Hello everyone, welcome back to Kalam IS Academy. I Rajesh Vats welcomes you with a new topic in the NewsKase series. Today's topic is same-sex marriage. Very hot topic. अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक जजमेंट दिया है, बट होता क्या है सेम सेक्स मैरिज? सेम सेक्स मैरिज इज व्हेन सेम जेंडर, either men or female, they are conducting marriage. So that is same sex marriage. ठीक है, तो एक्चुअली इशू क्यों उठ रहा है? तो नवतेज सिंह जोहर केस यू मस्ट बी रिमेम्बरिंग. In Navtej Singh Johar case, section 377 of the Indian Penal Code has been made unconstitutional in nature. इसका मतलब अब होमोसेक्सुअलिटी अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल नहीं है, राइट? सो व्हाट people felt that same-sex marriage has also been legal now. तो क्या हुआ कि बहुत सारे कंट्रीज के डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में, लाइक द हैदराबाद एंड डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में सेम-सेक्स मैरिज कंडक्ट करना स्टार्ट हो गया, राइट? People started conducting same-sex marriages and they felt that this is very legal in nature, and therefore Supreme Court this issue was raised in the Supreme Court, right? So recently this was in the news, like it was in the Hindu also, in the Indian Express also, same-sex marriage verdicts, updates, right? So this was in the news. But what is the context of this? The context says that the 5 judgment of Supreme Court, which is headed by the Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chanchud, had said that the same-sex marriage is not legal in India, right? Even if section 377 has been made unconstitutional, still same-sex marriage is not legal. And when we are talking about legality, तो फिर किसी एक्ट के थ्रू लीगलिटी आ सकता है, राइट? मैरिज के लिए बहुत सारे एक्ट है हमारे पास इन इंडिया. हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट इज देयर, स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट 1954 इज देयर, राइट? आनंद मैरिज एक्ट इज देयर, सेवरल मैरिजेस एक्ट आर देयर. और सेम सेक्स मैरिज का जो है इशू वो कवर होगा किसमें? स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट 1954 के अंदर. इसके एक्ट के अंदर ही ये इशू उठा था, राइट? Hindu Marriage Act, by the name you can see that it is for the Hindu community along with the Sikh and Jain community and also the Buddhist community. But a Special Marriage Act 1954, irrespective of different communities, चाहे वो हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, सिख हो, ईसाई हो, पारसी हो, कोई भी कम्युनिटी के हो, अगर उनके बीच में मैरिज होता है, so that will be considered as a special marriage. and इस केस में एक्ट कौन सा लगेगा? स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट, राइट? तो इशू क्या उठा? So the issue is whether right to marry is a fundamental right or not. Because if right to marry is fundamental right, then same-sex marriage can also be allowed, right? So Supreme Court का क्या judgment आया? Supreme Court considered that though marriage is very much important for an individual, but still right to marry is not a fundamental right. And Supreme Court has said it in the clear words in this judgment, right? So that is there. Then another demand was, ये देखो अभी क्या हो रहा है? In the Special Marriage Act 1954, there are words like marriages between male and female, marriages between men and women, right? So that word is there. So if that word men and women, that is being replaced by some gender neutral word like the spouse, it may be possible that same sex marriage will be allowed, right? तो ये demand था that please replace the word men and women, इसको replace करके क्या कर दो? spouse का कर दो, right? But Supreme Court had clearly said that this is beyond my jurisdiction. Amending the act, Special Marriage Act, is obviously the domain of legislature, and if we do these changes, we will be judicial overreaching, right? Therefore, though the Supreme Court has accepted that such changes can be made, but Supreme Court said that I will not change anything. ठीक है, ये आ गया. एंड जो स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट 1954 है, उसमें ये चीज डाला भी गया था, मैन एंड वुमेन, बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम ओनली हेट्रोसेक्सुअल मैरिजेस वाज अलाउड. ठीक है, और मैरिज का मतलब ही था हेट्रोसेक्सुअल मैरिजेस. देयरफॉर men and women was there in the act, right? Then what about the adoption? Does queer couple has the right to adopt a child? What do you think? The present law, the regulation under the CARA, it says that the unmarried couple cannot jointly adopt a child. So this is the issue. Now unmarried couple, same sex, man, female, right? They cannot adopt a child. So Supreme Court felt that this regulation should be changed, and the CARA provisions are very much discriminatory towards the couple who are of the same sex, right? But yet again, the Supreme Court said that we will not be changing this thing. This is the matter of legislature as well as the executives. We will not be interfering in their domain. So let them change this, right? So that is there. Then another question is, can civil union be provided for the queer couple? तो सबसे पहले दिमाग में आएगा कि सिविल यूनियन क्या है, राइट? देखो, सिविल यूनियन it refers to a legal status. Civil union refers to a legal status in which क्या होता है कि it allows the same sex couple some specific rights which is generally allowed to the married couple. ठीक है, मैरिड कपल का बहुत सारे राइट्स अलाउड होते हैं. उस मैरिड कपल, उस राइट्स में से देयर मे बी सम स्पेसिफिक राइट्स व्हिच विल बी अलाउड फॉर द क्वेयर्स आल्सो. तो ये क्या हो गया, एक सिविल यूनियन बन गया और उस यूनियन के तहत इनको बहुत सारे राइट्स दे दिए गए, राइट? सो दैट इज देयर. बट although civil union resembles a marriage, it does not have the same recognition in personal law as marriage. So this is clear. Plus, Supreme Court has accepted that right to form union is a fundamental right. It is coming under the Article 19. Plus, जब भी Article 19 को देखा जाता है, तो Article 21 को देखा जाता है, Article 14 को देखा जाता है. So, if you are not allowing to have the civil union, you are violating Article 19 also, Article 21 also. So there should be some kind of the civil unions would be allowed, and in that civil unions there should be some bouquet of rights. जैसे होता है ना bouquet of flowers, flowers का बहुत ज्यादा कलेक्शन हो जाता है, वो बुके कराता है, एक बुके आप किसी को पकड़ा देते हो, राइट? सो बुके ऑफ राइट्स, इसके अंदर बहुत सारे राइट्स दिए जा सकते हैं फॉर द क्वेयर कपल, फॉर द सेम सेक्स कपल्स, राइट? एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ राइट्स व्हिच कैन बी प्रोवाइडेड अंडर द बुके ऑफ राइट्स? राइट्स लाइक द ओपनिंग ज्वाइंट बैंक अकाउंट, opening joint pension account, right? So such kinds of rights can be provided, and this should be done by this. But again, Supreme Court said that we will not be providing this. Please form a committee which will be chaired by the cabinet secretary, and now this cabinet secretary committee will be looking at what kind of rights can be provided into the civil यूनियन. ठीक है, तो ये इशू है सेम सेक्स कपल का. तो ये तो हमने सारा न्यूज पढ़ लिया. अभी न्यूज में क्या है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का क्या जजमेंट आया, डिमांड क्या था सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, पिटीशन क्यों फाइल हुआ सेम सेक्स मैरिज के बारे में, राइट? सो प्रीलिम्स का क्वेश्चन तो ये बन जाएगा यहाँ से कि डज इज सेम सेक्स मैरिज इट इज वेदर इट इज ए फंडामेंटल राइट्स और नॉट. सो यू विल डेफिनेटली से इट इज नॉट ए फंडामेंटल राइट, राइट? सो दैट इज देयर. मेंस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से क्या क्वेश्चन बन सकता है, हाउ इट इज रेलिवेंट? सो द मेंस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, you can correlate this topic with GS paper 1 Indian society part, that is in salient feature of Indian society as well as the social empowerment part of the Indian society, right? And when you will see this topic, तो हम लोग इंडियन सोसाइटी पार्ट में बहुत सारे टर्म्स पढ़ते हैं रिगार्डिंग मैरिजेस, रिगार्डिंग फैमिली, एंड इन दैट टॉपिक आल्सो सेम सेक्स मैरिज विल बी कमिंग. If you look at the question papers also, in 2023 recently marriage से related question आया है. What is that? Do you think marriage as a sacrament is losing its value in modern India? So there are chances that next year same-sex marriage question will be there in the UPSC exam, right? So we will be learning different topics regarding same-sex as well as the family and marriages. ठीक है, तो बिफोर गोइंग फर्दर सबसे पहले तो बेसिक्स ध्यान से देख लो जो इस टॉपिक से रिलेटेड है, फिर हम लोग देख लेंगे इस टॉपिक के सारे डिटेल्स रिगार्डिंग मेंस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट? तो polygamy, what is polygamy? Polygamy is when one partner has more than one spouses. Means एक मेल का एक से ज्यादा वाइफ है या एक वाइफ का एक से ज्यादा हस्बैंड है, तो वो होता है पोलीगेमी. पोलीगेमी का दो फॉर्म होता है. एक फॉर्म होता है पोलीजिनी. इन पोलीजिनी one male has more than one female partners, means more than one wives, right? One husband has more than one wives. In polyandry यही चीज उल्टा हो जाता है. नाउ एक फीमेल का एक से ज्यादा पार्टनर है, मीन्स एक वाइफ की तो एक से ज्यादा हस्बैंड्स हैं, राइट? एक फीमेल की एक से ज्यादा हस्बैंड्स हैं. सो इन दैट केस इट इज polyandry and both will be coming under the polygamy, right? Then monogamy. monogamy तो जो नॉर्मली जो अलाउड होता है, एक मेल का एक फीमेल हस्बैंड वाइफ है, वो दैट इज monogamy. न्यू कंसेप्ट इज इमर्जिंग, और न्यू कंसेप्ट क्या है? लाइक द लिव इन रिलेशनशिप्स. और आपको पता होगा कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज लीगलाइज्ड दिस लिविंग रिलेशनशिप आल्सो. ठीक है, बहुत सारे केसेस में तो उनको बोला गया है कि मैरिज की तरह माना जाएगा. अगर बच्चा हो गया तो फिर मैरिज की तरह मेंटेनेंस होगा एज ए मैरिड कपल, राइट? देन देयर आर टर्म्स लाइक द पेट्रियार्कल. वी आर ए पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी. पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी में क्या होता है? इट इज अ मेल डोमिनेटेड सोसाइटी. द पावर लाइज इन द मेल. So this is patriarchal society. Our society is an example of patriarchal society. Then there is matriarchal. Matriarchal में क्या होता है? The power lies in the means female. जो female head होती हैं as a mother or the wife, right? So power lies in their hands. For example, Ijava and Nayar community of the Kerala, वहां पे पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी है, राइट? देन अनदर टर्म इज पेट्रीलिनियल. पेट्रीलिनियल क्या होता है? लीनिएजेस जिसका चल रहा हो, राइट? लीनिएजेस कैसे? जैसे ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर, ग्रैंडफादर, फादर, उसका सन, फिर उसका सन, उसका सन, सन वाला ये जो मेल डोमिनेटेड जो चीज चल रही है, मेल का जो लीनिएज चल रहा होता है, इस फादर्स का जो पेट्री मींस फादर. सो फादर के जो लीनिएज चल रहे होते हैं उसको कहते हैं पेट्रियार्कल, मींस पेट्रीलिनियर, सॉरी पेट्रीलिनियर. देन मैट्रिलिनियल, व्हाट इज? लीनिएजेस ऑफ द मदर. कि वहां पे क्या चल रहा होता है? ग्रेट ग्रैंड मदर मींस ग्रैंड मदर, मदर, उसकी डॉटर. सो ये वाला लीनिएज जब चलता है तो उसको कहेंगे मैट्रिलिनियल. Then another term is patrilocal. Generally, what is happening when a male and female gets married in our society? So female shifts to their husbands. The wife shifts to their husband house. So what is this? Patrilocal. Right? Female is shifting to or wife is shifting to the father's house. Wife is shifting to the husband's house. So that is patrilocal. Matrilocal, what is happening? The husband will shift to the wife's house. So that will be matrilocal, right? Then another word that is bilocal. Bilocal में क्या होगा? Bi से समझ में आ रहा है कि दोनों साइड होगा. At some point of time, husband will shift to their wife's location, and at another point of time, wife will shift to the husband's location, and alternatively it will be going on, right? So that is there. And another term that is neolocal. Neolocal में क्या होता है कि बहुत बार आपने देखा हो ना कि हस्बैंड का शादी हुआ, वाइफ की शादी हुई और दोनों मिलके कहीं तीसरे जगह पे गए, वहां जाके शिफ्ट हो गया. बहुत सारे सिनेरियो में होता है. इंडियंस और पाकिस्तानी के जब शादी होते हैं तो ये सारा सिनेरियो बनता है कि वो सऊदी अरबिया में शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज नियोलोकल. So I hope you have understood these basic terms regarding the marriage and the family. Nuclear family and joint family उसके बारे में आपको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. You already know that. ठीक है, वापस से टॉपिक पे आते हैं, that is same sex marriage. So when this same sex marriage is going on, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? What are the arguments in favor and what are arguments in against for the same sex marriage? UPSC may ask this question, right? So what would you write? Whether there should be same sex marriage or not. So in arguments in favor, you should write that it will ensure the fundamental rights. किस तरह का fundamental rights? We have the right to equality. We have that there should not be any kind of discrimination on the basis of race, religion, caste, sex, place of birth in article number 15. So when you are discriminating with the same-sex couple in respect to the heterosexual couple, then you are violating article 14 and article 19, isn't it? Then every couple should have the right to privacy with whom they are having intermittent relationship. So when you are not allowing same-sex marriages, you are also violating right to privacy of article 21, which was established through the Puttaswamy judgment, right? वो भी violate हो रहा है. Then it has also been said by the Supreme Court himself that cohabitation is a fundamental rights under article 21, that is right to life, right? तो ये भी violate हो रहा है ना? Plus, if same-sex marriage is made legal, it will provide legal protection. Legally, the couple will be protected and no law will be discriminatory against them. है ना? So that will also be there. Plus, it will be in line with the earlier Supreme Court judgments. देखो, अभी right to marry को Supreme Court recently Supreme Court जो judgment है उसमें बोला गया कि it is not a fundamental right. But earlier in the Lata Singh versus the state of Uttar Pradesh case 2006, in this case, the Supreme Court had said that the right to marry is a component of right to life under Article 21. Means in this case, Supreme Court had said that right to marry is a fundamental right. But recently, the Supreme Court has said that it is not a fundamental right. So it is just a U-turn from the earlier judgment. Plus, in the Shakti Bhani versus Union of India case, Supreme Court had established right to choose one's life partner. और जब आपके पास right to choose one's life partner है under Article 21 of the Constitution of India, so isn't it for the same-sex couple? Aren't they having this right to choose their own life partner? And even if a man is choosing another man as their life partner, so there should not be any wrong in this, है ना? तो ये violation है. Then, if you are providing the same-sex marriage, you are enlarging the human rights, because under the United Nations Declaration of the Human Rights, जो 10 दिसंबर 1948 को आया था, उसमें right to marry allow किया गया है. It has been considered as a human right. So the same-sex couple or the queer couple should also be allowed to have marriage, right? Then, if you are providing this same-sex marriage, then it will provide significance to the homosexual couple. नहीं तो अभी के टाइम पे तो हमेशा उनको डर ही लगा रहता है कि पता नहीं किस लॉ के अंदर उनको घसीट लिया जाए, किस तरह से उनको पनिश किया जाए. So this fear will be evaporated, right? Then you will be establishing a progressive society if you are accepting this progressive thoughts of the same-sex marriages, because marriage is an institution, right? And this does not matter that whether it's the institution is being established between a male or a female, or between a man and a man, or a female and a female, right? और सेम सेक्स मैरिज को गे मैरिजेस भी कहते हैं, राइट? तो इससे के थ्रू जो है प्रोग्रेसिव सोसाइटी आपको एस्टैब्लिश करना पड़ेगा. प्लस सुप्रीम कोर्ट इटसेल्फ हैज सेड दैट द बायोलॉजिकल जेंडर इज नॉट एब्सोल्यूट. जेंडर को मेल और फीमेल में आप कैटेगराइज करके सिर्फ नहीं देख सकते, राइट? तभी तो थर्ड जेंडर के कॉन्सेप्ट आया, ट्रांसजेंडर का कॉन्सेप्ट आया, और इतने सारे कम्युनिटी जो है LGBTQ प्लस, इन सब का क्या, राइट? सो जेंडर इज मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स देन जस्ट वंस जेनिटल्स. सिर्फ मेल फीमेल सेक्सुअल ओरिएंटेशंस के हिसाब से जेंडर डिसाइड नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट? देयर आर डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज आल्सो, दे शुड आल्सो बी इंक्लूडेड. सो प्लस इट विल आल्सो स्ट्रेंथनिंग द फैमिली एंड द कम्युनिटीज, बिकॉज सेम सेक्स कपल्स जो है वो ऑलवेज they will be wanting to establish the same sex family with the same sex couple itself. वो heterosexual नहीं बन सकते. They have such a sexual this interest by birth, right? So that is there. Plus it will also ensure the evolving concept of marriage, क्योंकि marriage as an institution is changing. ठीक है, अब तो लिविंग रिलेशनशिप का कॉन्सेप्ट है, कोहैबिटेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट है, तो धीरे धीरे सोसाइटी को एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो दैट इज देयर. देन व्हाट आर द आर्गुमेंट इन अगेंस्ट? बिकॉज यूपीएससी में आस्क्ड दैट प्लीज क्रिटिकली एनालाइज दिस इशू, so you should be knowing argument against also. What are the argument against? Obviously it is against the religious and cultural belief. क्या किसी गॉड गॉडेसेस को देखा है आपने कि दो गॉड जो है, दो मेल गॉड उन्होंने शादी की, दो फीमेल गॉड उन्होंने शादी की है? नहीं किए. ऑलवेज देयर इज लाइक शिव पार्वती, राइट? सीताराम, राधे श्याम, राइट? सो दिस इज हेट्रोसेक्सुअल इन नेचर. तो ये रिलीजियस बिलीफ और कल्चरल बिलीफ के अगेंस्ट सेम सेक्सुअल मैरिजेस. प्लस देयर विल बी लीगल कॉम्प्लिकेशंस. चलो 1 मिनट के लिए आपने डाल दिया स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट के अंदर स्पाउस वर्ड डाल दिया, मेन और फीमेल को हटा के, राइट? मेन और वुमेन को हटा के स्पाउस वर्ड डाल दिया. बट व्हाट अबाउट द एडॉप्शन, व्हाट अबाउट द डिवोर्स थिंग? यू विल हैव टू चेंज सो मेनी एक्ट्स, so there will be legal complications. Plus what about the procreation is? देखो मैरिजेस के अंदर जिस तरह से मैरिज करना, शादी करना इंपॉर्टेंट है, सिमिलरली बच्चे पैदा करना भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. बियरिंग ए चाइल्ड इज इटसेल्फ ए मींस डिवाइन प्लेजर, बट सेम सेक्स कपल्स कैन नॉट बियर ए चाइल्ड. either it is men or men or female or female, they cannot bear a child. So this is against the nature. This reflects that this is against the nature, right? Because उनका biological child नहीं हो सकता. Plus even if they are adopting a child, right? दो आदमी अगर एक बच्चा adopt भी करता है, but there is no guarantee that that child will be getting like mother's love also. And दो या फिर दो like ladies अगर child adopt करती हैं, so there is no guarantee that that child will get the father's love also. तो child's right में hamper अगर ये चीज allowed किया जाता है तो. प्लस इट में क्रिएट द सोशल इंटरेस्ट, बिकॉज सोसाइटी के अंदर जो सदियों सालों से चलता हुआ आ रहा है हेट्रोसेक्सुअल मैरिजेज, इसका कॉन्सेप्ट चेंज हो जाएगा, राइट? कंफ्यूजन बढ़ जाएगी, सोशल अनरेस्ट में भी देयर. प्लस इट इज बिलीव्ड दैट दिस इज एन अर्बन एलिट डिमांड. मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस जो सेम सेक्स मैरिजेस अभी भी हो रहे हैं, that is in the urban areas also. So it is believed that this is an urban elite demand. It is not demand of the whole country or of the rural area. But some of you may not agree with this, right? So that is also there. And again, it's the natural order of the things. Why? Because generally this is not allowed in our society, and this is against our cultural belief. Plus, this is biologically it is not accepted. If you have to, if a couple have to dependent on another person for the child, what kind of marriage is that? If you want to validate the same-sex couples, then there should be the scenario कि वो couple जो है वो प्रोजेनेशन कर पाए, procreation कर पाए, right? So that is not happening. So these are the arguments against same-sex marriages. What can be the way forward if you have to write the answer? देखो, सेम सेक्स मैरिजेस अब के डेट में 21st सेंचुरी में ये पता तो चल ही चुका है that so many couples are there and which is having really intimate relationship with their partners, and they are means feeling this by birth. This is not a forced one. This is not a mental issue, right? This is very natural in nature, right? So slowly and slowly society will have to accept it. तो सबसे पहले तो करंट इशू में जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला है to form a committee under the cabinet secretary to look after the issue of the same-sex marriages and to recommend for that. So that committee should be formed immediately. And on the basis of that recommendation, if there is need to amend the Special Marriage Act 1954, then government to the legislature should amend the Special Marriage Act 1954. Plus, legal reform should be there. Means this amendment of the Special Marriage Act, this should be there, and if required, then amend another Marriages Act also. For example, Hindu Marriage Act, Anand Marriage Act. So you can also amend such Marriages Act, right? Plus, there should be people's participation before bringing any legislation or before coming to judgment. You should ask those couples what they want. So people's participation is very much required in this case, because at the end of the day, they will be either beneficial, it will be beneficial for them, or it will not, right? So उनसे ज़्यादा पूछने की जरूरत है, right? Plus, if you are doing this, every human being has human rights, has natural rights. So if someone has homosexual orientation, and if you are not allowing some same-sex marriages, so you are snatching away that natural rights, you are snatching away that human right. Because right to marry is a human right under United Nations Human Rights Declaration of Rights also. Right? तो ये चीजें भी हैं. Plus, कोई भी चीज एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए सोसाइटल चेंजेस, सोसाइटल माइंडसेट चेंज होना चाहिए, बिहेवियरल चेंज होना चाहिए, right? And for that, awareness generation is required. Look, the same-sex marriages can also be possible in the society, and it should be accepted, right? Because they also have the right to equality. Constitutionally, they have the right to equality, and you cannot discriminate on the basis of sex, right? Under Article 15. So that is also there. So you have understood the topic, prelims as well as the mains point of view. Let's just summarize what you have learned. You have learned that as per the Supreme Court judgment, the right to marry is not a fundamental right. Plus, the rejection of the Supreme Court has rejected the demand of interpretation of the Special Marriage Act 1954. उसमें ये चीजें डिमांड ये थी कि men and women को replace करके क्या डाल दो, spouse. So that has been rejected by the Supreme Court, saying that they cannot do this because this will be a judicial overreach. Let the legislature and executive do this. Plus, CARA provision, Supreme Court accepted that this is discriminatory in nature, and there is need to have legislative and executive actions regarding this so that same-sex couples should be included also to adopt the child. Plus, there should be immediate establishment of the committee chaired by the cabinet secretary, who should be looking what should be the rights provided to the same-sex couples. Right. So this was all in today's class. Thank you. Thank you very much.